The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school basketball starts now.
Good evening, everyone, from Frederick Douglass High School in Lexington. Welcome to our broadcast of Central Kentucky high school basketball on Glycon. Tonight, it's a doubleheader as Frederick Douglass takes on the visiting Bryan Station Defenders. The girls first, and then the boys to follow. I'm Keith Elkins, along with former Scott County coach Tim Glenn tonight. Tim, a big doubleheader tonight between two teams that certainly have established a great rivalry over the last several years.
Big doubleheader for both the boys and the girls here in the 42nd. Kind of the first, I think, district matchups as they're going into this coming down the stretch here in January. That's when you really get into the meat of that district play, and you know, well, I'm sure we'll talk about it more, but you know, these district games, they really mean something because of the seed. So
they really do, and of course these players know each other and have gone against each other in other settings tonight, and tonight it'll be representing Frederick Douglass and Bryan Station. Bryan Station comes in at 10-4, and they've won 6 of their last 7. Akaya Wade, a fine player for them, their leading scorer at 16 points a game, so they're having a good solid season at Bryan Station. Good solid season, great start for Coach Sanduski. I think you know, just watching and looking, they've had a lot of close games. That's good. Not necessarily close, you know, 1-2, but even 4, 5, 6, nothing where you just kind of run away with it, and that kind of keeps the girls focused. I think sometimes you get into a lot of blowout situations, but you know, this Station group, even watching them last year, we saw them in a big upset one night over there at Station last year, late in the season, and just girls play hard, and I think with that good record and good start they've got, and they've been tested a little bit, it's going to help them as they go through the season. And Frederick Douglass 10-3 on the year, so another good season under Coach DJ Moberly, and they've got one of the stars of this area in Jaylee Knowles. She wears number 23, averaging about 15 points a game, just a junior, had 28 points in a game against GRC earlier this year. She's a fine player. So, you know, so impressive. Last year, I think that was one of the first games that I was able to do with Glycod was here and watching Miss Knowles and the Broncos play. And I tell you what, they really impressed me last year, and of course had that big run to go to the state tournament. And but yeah, Miss Knowles, so impressive as a sophomore last year. And this is my first time to see her in person as a junior. Well, it should be a good one in this first one, as well as the nightcap when the Bryan Station boys take on the Frederick Douglass boys a little bit later. Girls up first tonight, and we'll continue with our pregame report in just a moment, and we'll hear from both coaches before we get this one started right here on Glycon.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglass High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
We're talking with Bryan Station coach Serena Sanduski. And, Coach, your team is on a good run right now. You've won 6 of 7 and 10-4 on the season. What's been the key to this good stretch of basketball that you've had lately?
We've been able to be consistent over the break. We've got lots of good reps in, just time in the gym and just time to gel together as a team.
Yeah, that the holiday break, a lot of teams play a lot of games during that time, but you also have some practice time. That can be a time when a team can make some improvement. What was important about that time for you? As far as was it just time on the floor or time with the players? What made that happen?
Time on the floor was good for us. We also got to take a trip up to northern Kentucky. Our team was able to bond off the court. I think that was really big for us all.
Mm-hmm. Akia Wade has been one of your leaders this year. She comes in averaging about 16 points a game tonight. Tell me about the kind of player she is and what she has meant to your team.
Yeah, Akia is really good for us. She's an emotional leader, but she's also been around for a long time on the varsity level. She knows what to expect in these big games, and we'll look for her leadership throughout tonight.
And who are some of the others that are contributing and helping you as the season moves along?
Sophia Haggard's been really big this year. She's been able to knock down the three, and also rebounding really well. Camden Clark, one of our sophomores, is coming along. She's starting to get the feel of everything that we want to do as a team, defensively and offensively. She's a softball kid, so it's nice to have her. And that's pretty much rounding us up. Nicoya Gar's had a pretty big junior year, starting us out as well.
And it looks like you have a good combination of seniors and then some underclass who are helping them out too. Is it a good combination of experience and talent for you?
Of course, the younger group always brings new life into it. They're excited, they're hungry. The older group's been around, so it's a good balance in practice. Also, just being able to compete.
Mm-hmm. What about this district rivalry coming up now? We've got these things are starting to happen as we move into January now, and I'm sure a lot of these players know each other and play against each other in other settings. What does the district rivalry mean to you as a coach?
As a coach, I mean, it's fun. These are games you want to be in. As a fan of basketball, I think a lot of people are going to get to enjoy a lot of district games. Most of our district games are doubleheaders, and then, of course, next weekend on Friday, we're going to be at Memorial Coliseum, so that'll be a lot of fun. Another district game we'll get to play.
It will be a great atmosphere there, a lot of history at high school basketball and Memorial Coliseum. Well, thanks a lot, and let me ask you, first of all, before we wrap it up, about the matchup with this Douglas team tonight. How do you see that shaping up?
I mean, it's no surprise. We know they can score it. We know they can shoot it. Basically just coming out and competing, trying to make things difficult on catches for all their kids.
All right. Well, thank you, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cardtown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
Communication is really important on a team because you have to know what everybody's doing, even when it's not your job. You just really want to work as one unit, and whenever you can do that, the team is at its best. I think staying active helps me to be my best self by keeping me disciplined. Being able to look back whenever I go to bed at night, checking all the things off that I've done that day, it creates the best me. My name is Trent Noah, and I'm better without it.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
We're back at Frederick Douglass High School. Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn, and Scott Moore is our producer tonight. Leslie Moore, our camera operator. And Tim, let's take a look at the game plans tonight. Tonight's game plan is built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home. And let's start with the Bryan Station Defenders game plan.
You know, I think the Lady Defenders, they really got to limit their turnovers tonight as Douglas. They apply that pressure, get after them. Douglas plays and scores a little more points than they do. They get a lot more possessions than other teams they play. So Bryan Station, they really got to limit those turnovers. Also, Douglas shoots a phenomenal rate from behind the three-point arc. They don't necessarily shoot a ton of threes, but when they shoot them, they make them. They need to cover out on that three-point out there on the arc, cover out and then contain when they do. And then, you know, lastly, got to limit second chance points. Jaylee Knowles, she's just so tough around the basket, and she's a force in there. So just hers with the other ones on the Lady Broncos, they're going to have to limit their second chance points and really hit that defensive glass.
And what about Frederick Douglass tonight, the home team? What do they need to do?
You know, Douglas needs to play their game. They need to control that tempo. I think we discussed, you know, a little earlier off camera just how that, you know, they really have a pretty large margin of victory, as they're putting people away, and they need to control that tempo and play their game. They need to execute on offense when they have to, because Bryan Station is going to be able to get in front of them some, and they're just going to have to be able to at times execute and other times run. And then lastly, you know, get the shots they want on offense. Don't settle for something that your team's not good at or your team's not been successful with. So they want to get the shots that they want on offense as well.
All right, that's tonight's game plan, built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home. This broadcast is authorized by Frederick Douglass High School, with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student-athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with more, including comments from Douglass coach DJ Moberly right after this on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Talking to Coach DJ Moberly of Frederick Douglass. And, Coach, your team is off to an excellent start this year. And as I look down the roster, there are a lot of familiar names from that state semifinals team last year. It seems like you've got a really good blend of talent and experience. Is that the case?
Yeah, we do. We got a little bit of talent, a little bit everywhere, and trying to just mesh everything in together.
I'd have to ask first off about Jaylee Knowles, 6-foot junior, and she's been with your program for a while now and really contributing a lot, leading you in scoring at 15, almost 16 points a game. Tell me about her development as a player as she moves into this junior season.
Well, she has transitioned a little bit to playing on the wing this year. So she's been more guard oriented this year. She has versus she's been playing down low for us the last couple of years. So she's been transitioning the game to the wing, and she's actually been fairly good out there. I think she's hitting the ball pretty well. She's shooting decent, I feel like, for just coming into playing a new position this year. She's been trying to be more vocal this year, trying to be a leader. So we've been seeing some good things from her.
And being able to make a transition like that, that really helps the coach out, doesn't it? If you've got your star player who's willing to make a little bit of a move on behalf of the team.
Yeah, definitely, man.
There are a couple of others that come back from your state semifinal team last year that have been with you for a while now. But Tamia Wade is just a freshman, but she continues to come along. Tell me about how her progress this year.
Yeah, she's been coming along. She's been still shooting the ball pretty well. Been working on her outside game a little bit more this year. So I feel like she's been coming along pretty well, handling the ball for us. And she's making the right passes out there at times. I feel like when she's getting in the lane, man, and trying to make the right read.
And MK Bennett has attracted attention from some college coaches and looks like she'll be able to continue her basketball career at the college level. What kind of a player has she been for you?
Man, Kay's been. I feel like she has got better every year she's been up here at Douglas. So I think this is one player that has been kind of under the radar a little bit as far as just from some of the talent that we have had around her at times when she's played here. But I think she's been one of the girls that's came here every day, and she's. I think every year she's progressed. She's gotten better. She's worked on the game. This year, I think this year she's still waiting for a breakout game, and I think we're right around the corner from her the way she's been playing.
I mentioned the run through the state tournament last year. What is the value of that, as you have so many good players returning from the team, but what's the value of them having that experience as you have the best season you can this year?
Well, I think the main thing is just having those girls that's been there. So I think the main thing is telling them girls what they need to do to get there, what it takes to get back to the state tournament. So I do think that with the experience with them, it goes a long way. Because like I said, we got some of these young girls that's been there. We actually got a couple kids that's been there like last year. Like you take example from a kid like Iana that's been there. She was hurt and got to see it over there on the sideline. But this year, hopefully, we can get back to there, and she's actually healthy this year and playing. You got some of those girls that's actually seen it and got to see what all the hard work it takes. So just trying to hopefully that it goes well with these girls that we got this year.
How do you see this matchup with Bryan Station? How does that shape up in your view?
Oh, it's a good district matchup for us. Once again, we haven't seen Station play this year yet, so I think it'd be interesting for us to come out and see how we do defensively anyway, and rebounding. I feel like we've been struggling with far rebounding wise. I feel like being that we're a guard heavy team this year, so we've been kind of struggling with boxing out. So I'm looking for us to come in here and box out, slow them down in transition, and try when we try to score in transition if we can possibly.
All right. Thanks a lot, and good luck tonight.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll be right back on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Game time approaches at Frederick Douglass High School. Frederick Douglass and Bryan Station. We're bringing you the doubleheader tonight. The girls in the first game, the boys in the second game. Let's give you the starting lineups for the girls' game. They're brought to you by Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family. For the Bryan Station defenders, 10-4 on the year. They'll start Akaya Wade, 5'7" senior, averaging 16 points a game. She'll wear number 1. Nicoya Gar wears number 3, a 5'9" junior, averaging 7.5 points and 5 rebounds a game. Sophia Haggard will be in the starting lineup for Bryan Station. She wears number 13, 7 points a game and 6 rebounds. Also in the lineup for Bryan Station, Elena Ward. She'll wear number 30, a 5'6" senior, 6 points and 5 rebounds a game. And Carrington Clark will wear number 20, a 5'8" sophomore, 3 points and just under 5 rebounds a game. That's the starting lineup for Coach Serena Sanduski and the Bryan Station defenders. For the home team, the Frederick Douglass Broncos, 10-3 on the year. Starting lineup headed up by Jaylee Knowles, 6-foot junior. She's averaging just under 15 points a game and averaging 7 rebounds a game. She'll wear number 23. Number 4 is Tamia Wade, a 5'8" freshman, but a veteran on this Frederick Douglass varsity. 11 points, 3 rebounds a game for Wade, wearing number 4. Number 11 is M.K. Bennett, a 5'6" senior that's gotten some college scouts' attention, and she'll be playing college basketball somewhere next year. 9 points and 3 rebounds a game for Bennett. And also number 0, Reagan Gregonis, a 5'8" senior, 5 points, 2.5 rebounds a game, and a good 3-point shooter. Watch for her from outside. And Peyton Okerley, number 5, 4.5 points and just under 6 rebounds a game, a 5'8" junior. That's the starting lineup for Coach DJ Moberly. And Tim, we've got a couple of veteran coaches here and those who have built their program up, and now, as we said earlier, building to the point of a good rivalry here, although Douglass has had some advantage here in recent years.
They have, but, you know, again, that sometimes the advantage goes away in these district games. It's just so, like you say, that you just prepare a little bit different and prepare a little bit more. And like you mentioned earlier, these girls, they know one another. They played these girls probably more than some of the other ones, and yeah, it kind of goes out the window. But then again, you know, right when it boils down to it, it's just these two teams when they play. I think the defensive, the one that plays the defense and gets after it, guards the best. They're going to have an advantage tonight.
And each of these teams can be aggressive on defense. We'll see that a lot in the boys' game a little bit later on, but that's a bit of a trademark for these schools, and so it's going to be important to, as you said earlier in your game plan, to keep your composure, handle the ball well, take care of it, because each team's capable of flurry of scoring if they can turn it over. Yeah, and you know, it's just, I think Bryan Station, they've done a great job. I think they average their scoring for their opponent is like 40 points a game. I mean, so they're really doing a good job of shutting people down. That's what I'm saying. I think that will maybe, hopefully for them, it will, you know, give them some advantage to, you know, stopping Douglas's scoring clip, because Douglas averages about 60-something, 65, 66 a game, I believe. All right, we'll take one final break and be back with the start of tonight's ball game, the first one, in just a moment here on Glycott.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntine Pools today.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza. Take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School. And now, courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School Basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School and just about set for game time in the girls game tonight. Again, we'll have both the girls and the boys game for you tonight. And Frederick Douglass in at 10-3, Bryan Station at 10-4, and both of these teams busy over the holidays. Tim, that's the trend over the last several years, to get in some basketball, get in some game action, in some cases some travel over the holidays. And you do have an opportunity to really focus on basketball at that point, don't you?
Yeah, and that's you actually can really find out things about your team that you can't do at home or just on the road close, when you have to go and be together and eat together. And that's, I remember years ago, Coach Hicks, he just was such he always wanted the team to eat together. And just because that's a way to build that family. So.
Well, it can be an important time, and also you get a different look. You'll play some teams from out of state, and that's always interesting and an experience that the players will remember, and to see how they stack up against somebody from another state that might be, in some cases, a lot of the Kentucky schools will take on schools that are very highly regarded nationwide in some of these trips that they make during the holidays.
I didn't see where they went. Where did Frederick Douglass go for their holiday tournament? I couldn't remember.
I will have to check, but they were active over the
I knew that they played away, but I could not remember where. I know the boys, they were in Florida, I believe, and the Bryan Station girls were up around Cincinnati. So.
Frederick Douglass girls played in Wesley Chapel, Florida over the break, so they had quite a trip and probably got to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
But got some basketball in as well. They defeated school from Fort Worth, Boswell High School, 58-45 back on December 29th. And then Xaverian from Brooklyn beat them 49-44 in games in Wesley Chapel, Florida, and then lost to First Academy of Orlando 69-64. So
wide array of the areas of the country, from Fort Worth to New York to Florida. That's it gives you a good culture of basketball's different places, and that's a good thing to experience over the holidays.
Yeah, Bryan Station owns a 55-23 victory over Lockland of Cincinnati up at Beechwood, and then they beat Beechwood by a score of 39-33, and also over the holidays won a forfeit game over Grace James of Louisville, and then beat Danville on Saturday, December 27th, and then lost a game to Bell County on December 28th. So again, as you say, a variety of competition and a chance to just stay right on the focus of basketball through the holidays, a chance to enjoy Christmas or New Year's, but fitting that basketball in between.
Yeah, man, you got to have it. You can't, it's tough to take like that week of Christmas to New Year's. You can't take that whole week off. You just can't do that. It's basically like starting all over again. So yeah, it's good to infiltrate it in between that and get some good culture for your kids as well. Frederick Douglass does a great job of promoting the excitement of the game. Boys and girls, they always have ever since this school was established. So good.
Band fired up.
Started.
Yeah, the band fired up and going before we got this one underway tonight. So.
Absolutely love it.
And fans will be coming in throughout this game, and a good crowd already here, in fact, down in front of us.
Great crowd.
Bryan Station applying the defense as we're just underway from Frederick Douglass High School. Glad you've joined us on Glycod tonight. That is M.K. Bennett for Douglass. Gerganis handles the ball over on the right side. Quick movement there. They got it into Okerly, and now Knowles looking for room on the baseline. Came back outside.
Good entry pass on the inside. It's nice basketball.
Okerly has the first basket of the game after the nice assist, and Douglass applying some pressure right away.
Pressure right off the bat. You got to take care of it. We talked about limiting those turnovers.
M.K. Bennett came up with the steal and then held ball, and it'll go to Bryan Station, but Douglass showing right away that they're going to contest each trip up the court, at least here early.
Douglas showing that 2-2-1 right there. And but, boy, a lot of times that 2-2-1 is done kind of, just to kind of slow you down. That one there is done to pressure you and speed you up. Gosh, what great pressure right there. And good time to trap. Had the back turned.
They got it to Haggard along the sideline. Knocked away from her, out of bounds. And so Bryan Station finding it tough going.
Tough going just to get across the half court line.
That's right. Yeah. Got to.
They're running at him
do
again.
That first. And there's the pass knocked down by Gregonis and ahead to Bennett underneath for the layup. 4-0 Douglas.
If you watch, they do a good job of initial ball pressure. Like it's two. Now once they get, she's going to pressure. There's a good job of just being patient, cutting people to the right spots. Good drive.
Good penetration there. Kaya Wade.
Good job by Miss Wade. You can tell she knows how to get the ball close to the rim and be on the attack.
5'7" senior, averaging 16 points and about 3.5 rebounds a game. 62% from the line. Bryan Station still looking for its first scoring.
Miss Wade looks really good with the basketball. She's very poised. I like the way she plays, kind of straight up and down, but still fast. And she really sees the floor as well as able to drive and score. There's Jaylee Knowles on the board early. Such a force.
Yeah, quick movement of that ball and got it to Knowles in position to score. Now a steal by Douglas. Here comes Knowles again in the corner. The shot on the way, no good. That time by Wade, a follow by Knowles. That one doesn't go, and Bryan Station's got it, but a double team on the side.
Immediately trapped. Good job, Bryan Station. If you can throw out of that trap and keep attacking, but Douglas so quick to just recover.
So they'll set it back up now. Douglas out to a quick 6-1 lead.
You can tell these girls played in the state tournament. They're able to play fast. They can play fast, but then they can set it up and execute at the same time. That's special.
Good penetration. They set up Gregonis for a good look, but that one didn't drop. Now Bryan Station with an opportunity for the fast break, and there's the layup.
Great finish.
First field goal for the defenders.
A little quick dribble and a step through. Finish it off with a crib shot off a glass.
Gar with the basket for Bryan Station. Now Gregonis with the rebound and gets it back out to Wade. Nice pass to Knowles on the baseline.
Wade knows who to get it to. Wow.
And now pass attempted cross court, intercepted by Knowles. Bounce pass underneath Bennett. Couldn't quite field that one, but gets it back out. Gregonis from the corner, sinks it.
Gregonis, even last year, I remember when that ball works inside and then outside to her and she doesn't have to turn her shoulders, man, she just knocks it down.
You're talking about this team having gone so far in the tournament last year as semifinalists, as Wade drives hard into the lane and is fouled. But you can see on almost every possession they seem to know where each other is supposed to be and can play that way.
Yeah, they are. They look very seasoned, and it's just January early. So yeah, coaches, I'm sure, are going to continue to improve them. Bryan Station will battle them, Mo. There's no doubt.
Yeah, Miami King into the ball game, another veteran from that state semifinal team last year. Number 21 for Douglas.
Which is just an awesome name by the.
It is, isn't it?
Man,
yeah.
What are you talking about? That's cool. She either needs to be a professional athlete or a movie star one with a name like Miami King. That's really cool.
Gar with the foul. First one on Bryan Station. 11-3, Douglas out to the early lead and looking pretty sharp here in the early going, both with their pressure defense and their passing and shooting on offense.
Station getting in the lane right there a little bit. Station kind of showing a 2-3, but it's kind of what they call a point drop. They're applying pressure on the outside, and the point will drop in and help to cover on the drive and probably help to try to rebound with Miss Knowles down there block to block.
Nia Carr in the ball game for Douglas. Wade, and then the shot off the left side, not there for Bennett, but retrieved by Douglas. Now Bennett a drive, dishes it away, and the three-point try. No good for Wade.
Pass.
Broncos still have it. And there's King operating underneath. Missed the shot, but Douglas will get another try. And now the foul will be called on Akaya Wade of Bryan Station.
Well, Keith, you know, we talked about the limiting second chance points and second chance efforts. Man, it's they've had a tough time here in this early on going to the first quarter because, man, there's no telling how many offensive rebounds Douglas has.
Pass comes back into Knowles. And that time a bad pass, but it's saved on the opposite side by Wade.
These Douglas girls, they have really good. Oh, what a great look. Great dive to the basket. Another loose ball, kind of offensive rebound, if you will. Great. Another one.
Back to King. She's got this one.
Just work the ball unselfishly with one another, and just a really good job. Coach has got to be proud of these girls.
Bryan Station making some substitutions early, trying to get something going. Wade had to chase that one down.
Just constant pressure. If you've got the ball and you give them any time at all, even Jaylee knows. She comes out on the floor, guards a guard, guards that perimeter, and she doesn't guard it like a post. She gets after you.
A lane open momentarily for Elena Ward, but then it's taken away. Douglas with a 3-on-2 break. And the layup.
Great transition for the Lady Broncos. Oh, my gosh. Just a good hit up the floor, just the right time.
Carr lays it in. We'll get a foul on Bennett as they come up court. That's her first.
You know, a play like that, the pass that was made right there, that was the perfect time to throw that lead pass. She could catch it and go ahead and score it. Sometimes you got kids they wait too late or they throw it too early.
Mm-hmm.
That's a prime example how just that timing of a play, even in transition, leads to a basket.
Even if you throw it on time, it's not an easy pass to make, too, to execute it.
That's exactly right.
So well done by Douglas on the break.
Done.
Bryan Station looking to get something going on
just
offense.
Great pressure. And, you know, you got subs in now. You got some subs in with Knowles, and they're all still pressuring.
Jakai Wilkerson was handling the ball a moment ago. Now inside it goes, and it gets away. Steal by Douglas, and the long pass ahead, a little too far ahead. But finally saved in by Carr. Now driving down the lane is Wade, tried to go to the left side, and that one misfired, and Bryan Station will get it back. 1:37 to go in the first quarter. It's a 12-point Douglas lead as we see Nakoya Gar back in the ball game for Bryan Station.
Both teams already going to the bench a little early. It's up and down a little bit. And Bryan Station just needs to settle in. They need to try to score some off this press to where just get it down the floor. They've got so many. Douglas usually has so many people on the defensive end. There you go.
Nice
and
pass.
You score off the press.
And the score by Akaya Wade.
So I've heard the phrase, you got to make them pay to press you.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you opportunity to score, but you got to be tough with the ball.
Long one by Knowles is too long, and here comes Wade on the move for Bryan Station. Got it out in the corner, and the shot from there is no good and taken away on the rebound. Wilkerson's shot misfired, and then they took it away on the rebound. Eventually a Douglas fast break, and it's Carr again on the scoring end.
Great touch pass right there, and that's the pass again that had to be made and led to an easy basket.
Near steal at midcourt. And off the sideline is Wilkerson. The rebound to Knowles. Douglas wants to move it up court in a hurry. Nice pass underneath.
Push pass.
And then out in the corner, a little bit too long.
Look at that.
But then the rebound and another try. Here's Knowles with the basket.
She's so impressive. She grabbed the rebound on this end, drove it up with her left hand. Girl cut her off. She crosses over, hesitates, and makes a great push pass to lead to that basket.
Wade bounce pass underneath. The layup up and good. And
job.
Bryan Station gets 2.
Station will keep being. They'll figure out how to beat that press. And I don't know that Douglas won't change that a little bit.
Gar with the basket for Bryan Station with just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. A turnover will give it back to the defenders.
It's a good substitution right there by Coach Sanduski. Let her sit down a minute. She can't be out there long, but let her get her drink. Get this 4 seconds plus the quarter.
Wilkerson fires a long one off the top of the backboard, and we've come to the end of the first quarter of play. Douglas has dominated this one so far, and Douglas leads it 19-7 at the end of one, and we'll be right back on Glycod.
Road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Keith Elkins, Tim Glenn at Frederick Douglass High School. A big doubleheader tonight. Frederick Douglass and Bryan Station. Douglass dominating the first quarter. 19-7 is the score. Douglass leads Bryan Station, and we've seen them dominate at each end of the floor. So as you said earlier, Bryan Station needs to settle down just a little bit and get going.
Settle down. You know, they can use that press, breaking that press for offense, because it does it. Douglas is trying to slow you down, but they're trying to get you in situations where they can steal it. They're pressing to turn you over. They're not pressing to slow you down. So when a team is doing that, if you break it, you're probably scoring opportunities at the end of it.
Broncos will have it to get things started in the second quarter. Bounce pass inside. Miami King makes the move, gets the basket.
That's nice. That's good basketball all the way around right there by Douglas.
Bryan Station attacking.
That's a good inside-out look.
And
again,
a shot off the right side by Elena Ward.
Good drive by Bryan Station to get the ball 2 feet in the paint and get that ball kicked out right there. Get that good inside-out three.
Shot blocked on the baseline.
Good pass.
King got it back.
Good pass.
Put it in.
I think she just knew she was back there. I don't think she could see her. Just wrapped around her hip right there and a little bounce pass to finish.
Sophia Haggard in the corner for Bryan Station. Gets it over in the corner for Bryan Station. A defense by Douglas.
I mean, just relentless pressure, man. Good drive.
Draws a foul as she goes to the basket.
Douglas hadn't give up a lot of middle drives, but that's something Bryan Station's got to get a few of. You know, they just got to go ahead and beat them off the hip right there and get right to the middle.
Elena Ward will go to the line. She had
three-pointer in that first quarter.
Had made 7 of 8 free throws prior to that one. Kaya Wade back in the game for the defenders, and the second one missed, and it's MK Bennett rushing it up the court. It goes all the way to the basket and lays it in.
Bennett's quick with the ball, and right there we just had people jumping, anticipating the pass. They got right out of her way.
Ball got away from Wade as she tried to drive. Broncos have it coming the other way. Oakley over to the left side. Bobbled over there. But, yeah, Atkins driving, and
is fouled.
Good strong driver by Atkins. Sometimes you see kids that try to avoid even contact before the goal, and right there, sometimes you just got to drive it hard enough to make that guy or that girl be out of position. Because what I say is you're trying to step around them so much that the referee won't call a foul. Right there, she just drove it hard to the basket. Didn't matter who was in front of her. She got 2 free throws because of that.
Atkins with the 2. It's 27-10. Douglas took charge early and drawing away from Bryan Station, continuing to apply that pressure defense, making every pass difficult. Interception by King for Douglas. And the pass picked off by Wade. Driving for the basket is fouled, and she'll go to the line.
Again, she didn't try to step around anybody. She just went straight to the basket, and Lady Bronco stepped in her way, and she continued on, and that's what makes that referee call a foul.
First one on Atkins, second one on the team here in the second quarter. And the shot by Wade is good. So Wade 4 points early in this game. The 5'7" senior averaging 16 points a game. Another one by Wade.
Station trying to apply a little pressure full court.
Pass intercepted inside. Bryan Station got it going the other way now. Now it gets away, but defenders control it. There's Wilkerson. And a long one by Wilkerson off the side and off the rim. Out of bounds it goes to Bryan Station. Umatoni Uwase in the ball game for Bryan Station, wearing number 25 in green. 6-foot senior.
Wilkerson's had some good looks from 3. They just not went down great for her, but she's had some good looks. And the way she shoots them, you can tell she's made a few.
Pass knocked out of bounds by Okerly. Substitution for Douglas. Okerly leaves. And Tamia Wade is back in there. Wade just a freshman, but it seems like she's a veteran for Douglas already. She has seen a lot of varsity action. Uwase had it get away as she was driving in.
Yep.
And now we'll get a foul going back the other way. It's on Uwase.
And it got away because of Knowles' pressure. She was right there and very close. And that's, man, it's just impressive. The Broncos' discipline, the Lady Broncos' discipline. And, you know, Coach has just got them playing just nose to nose with these guys.
So we have a little bit of a conference here among the officials with 5:06 to go in the second quarter.
I think they're explaining the foul. May have messed the number up there, I think.
I invite you to join Glycod in our quest to expand the visibility of today's student athletes through our free-to-watch platform. And please subscribe and tell a friend, as Glycod is changing the way you watch high school athletics. .506 to go, second quarter, 27-12. This one has followed pretty much the same course since we started, Tim, with the pressure defense by Douglas forcing some turnovers, and then they've been able with that passing to set up some really good shots underneath, and they've built a 15-point lead.
Yeah, you know, it'll be interesting to see, will Douglas be able to continue that pressure and not just kind of fall into, you know, kind of being, how you say, just kind of, we're winning, and we're just going to kind of complacent. If they do that, I thank you. I couldn't get the word out. I knew it's exactly what I wanted to say. Actually, was complacent, but Bryan Station, if they do that, and Station continues to learn from some of these early mistakes, then you know they can put themselves right back in this ball game. It's still plenty early, but I don't anticipate Coach Moberly. He's got these girls pretty disciplined, and I'm impressed by that thus far for sure.
Well, I think the discussion is about over now.
Yeah, I think one of it might have been a player, maybe a player that they called the foul on that should have been somebody else. They switched it around. Looks like they got her figured out anyhow.
We are back to action now with Douglas handling the ball. MK Bennett has it.
Ball screen.
Dragonis drives the lane, has the short jumper there and sinks it.
That's a nice finish off the drive, 2 feet in the paint. Bryan Station's got to limit that as well. They don't need drives in the paint.
(29-12) Douglas.
Nice.
The defense applied, and a foul will be called on Knowles.
That's first, second, third.
Kaya Wade, she's got a knack for getting to the line, doesn't she? She's been there a bunch already tonight.
Yeah. And now is 4 out of 5.
There's a skill to that. There's, some really good players have a hard time getting to the line, So that's sometimes you just have it or you don't, or it's an instinctive thing. So
I think that foul was on Bennett and not Knowles that time, but Bennett with a couple of fouls. She leaves the lineup. 15-point margin for Douglas. Carr with it.
Knowles working the middle. She about give to her right there. It's amazing how these Douglas girls, they really look to enter that ball to the post. They do a great job of that. Good patience shown here by the Lady Broncos.
Yeah, and some good spacing out there now, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's Gregonis and starts down the lane, but then passes back outside to Carr. And a long one by Carr off the left side. Won't go, but there's Gregonis with the rebound, and she clears it. In the corner, there is Knowles. Nice move. And
wow.
Now in the other corner.
So unselfish.
The three-pointer all the way, and it is good for Nia Carr.
Gregonis had a good shot where she caught it. She could have took that. It was a 2. Had a little pressure that could have been on the way, but man, that extra pass gave him the 3-point bucket.
Ball taken away as Wade was driving. The shot missed by Carr. Out of bounds it goes. That was Adriana Brown in the ball game for Douglas. Broncos up 32-14 as we're 3 minutes and 4 seconds away from halftime in this first game of our doubleheader tonight. The boys to follow here on Glycon. Glad you joined us. Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn, Scott Moore, our producer, and Leslie Moore, our camera operator tonight. Here's the pressure from Douglas. And now we're going to timeout for Bryan Station with 3:02 to go in the second quarter. Douglas leads it 32-14. We'll be right back on Glycon.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
We are back at Frederick Douglass High School. Teams gathered around the coaches here, and the 18-point lead for Douglas. If you're Bryan Station, what are you stressing here?
again, I think I think Coach Sanduski didn't like the look. Douglas does a good job. They switch it up some. They go 2-2-1, and they went 2-1-2. The last couple times they've been 1-2-2. Got Knowles up on the point of it, which makes it very tough to throw around. But again, if you got Knowles up on the front, and now she's moved her to the back, now they're just going to go straight man. Again, just a great coaching job, but I don't think Coach Sanduski thought, well, let's make sure that we don't get us any turnovers and get this thing up to a 20-point lead.
Ball knocked away, and now they're going to call the double, although looked like the defender, in that case, got a hand on the ball.
I think the defender got a hand on the ball, and then she got it and took another dribble and picked it up. And then I guess rather than looking like a muff, that's what they usually call that, it counted as a dribble.
So the turnover gives it back to Frederick Douglass. Inside, Greganis to
what a great feed.
The baseline to Knowles, and she puts it in.
Greganis jobbing some dimes this evening. That right there was a dandy high-low pass that threaded right in there and allowed Knowles an easy bucket.
The attempt for the steal by Wade. Tamia Wade, and she picks up the foul. Fourth team foul on Douglas in the second quarter, 2:18 to go. The lead at an even 20 for Frederick Douglass.
I wondered, they said they kind of backed up a little bit, but now there's that pressure. Again, every dribble contested. Every pass contested.
There's a steal by Wade. Right side of the lane to Knowles, and another layup. And another conversion off a turnover.
That's tough.
It's so impressive on their defense. They're not only getting the deflections, but they know what to do with it. And they're finding their teammates in the right spot and turning them into points.
A lot of transition defense off of, a lot of transition points off of their defense. That is for sure for Douglas, and I'd say that'll continue throughout the course of the rest of this year.
Shot off the baseline, and that one goes.
Tough shot.
A shot by Deasia Bond. And one off the left wing by Wade.
Battled hard for the rebound right there, and again, those girls, they just don't quit. They know, they just keep going after it.
This time it was Miami King battling underneath there. I think Ward is going to pick up the foul.
You know, sometimes half the rebound battle is just having the habit of going. You know, if you don't go, then you just got to bounce out long to you or whatever. But those Douglas girls, they do a good job of what I call gang rebounding. They just run in as a unit and try to cover all the seams.
Miami King has the free throw. She's got 7 points in this first half. Just came in averaging just 4 a game. 70% free throw shooter, misses the second. Leaves the lead at 21. Long one off the right side, good. That is Ward again.
I think she shot that three and didn't have one Bryan Station rebounder within the three-point line. That's a lot of confidence right there.
Now a tap and an interception. It was Carrington Clark that came up with the ball there in the lane. King picks up the foul. It should be the 5th on Douglas, and it is, and so we'll get Bryan Station free throws. Carrington Clark at the line. First one misses off to the right. Substitutions for Frederick Douglass.
Already got a real nice crowd in here. It's just at halftime of the girls' game. It started with a good crowd, but I'd say this thing will be rocking pretty good come here in about an hour.
Looks like it will. Here's the shot. It is good by Clark. That makes it 37-20. Now the pass knocked out of bounds by Ward, so Bryan Station trying to pick it up on the defensive end.
Good transition by Douglas. Just watching those girls run the floor without the ball, and the pass was knocked out by Bryan Station right there. It was just a good transition, moving the basketball.
That one shot knocked out of bounds as Deanna Atkins came in on the baseline. There's 49.4 seconds to go in the first half. Some difficulty inside, but they get it back out. And the pass knocked away from Atkins and then put back up and in.
Tough, just staying with it.
Under 30 seconds.
Just good
pressure being applied.
Close to 10, just about.
Finally, the ball's deflected out of bounds. They almost had the turnover there. Wilkerson facing pressure coming up court. Here's Wade back in for Bryan Station along with Haggard. Elena Ward driving, but cut off. 15 seconds to go. Wade. And now Ward again. Got into the lane. Finally the shot off the right side. Good by Haggard.
Yep. 2 feet in the paint. Inside out 3. Always a good look.
39-23. Knowles driving, missed the shot off the baseline, and we've come to the end of the first half of play with the score. Frederick Douglass 39 and Bryan Station 23. And we'll be right back to begin our halftime report in just a moment here on Black Eye.
My favorite thing about being a student at U of L is just the sense of community that I have on campus or off campus. Sports has positively influenced my life by taking me out of just slumps that I have in dark places. Anytime I'm feeling down or maybe alone, I always have basketball to go to. I can go to the gym at any time of the day and just my mind clears up. My name is Javon Hadley, and I'm better without it.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man of War Harley Davidson, Your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryan Road in Lexington. Visit manowarhd.com.
We're at halftime. 39-23 is the score. Frederick Douglass on top. Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn. And Tim, one of the things you pointed out in our pregame show was that Bryan Station would need to limit turnovers and limit second chance points. And Douglass has not let them put a check mark next to either of those. They've been very strong on both those categories.
Very, very strong. And it's, it's tough. That's just hard to come by. I do think, it's kind of like one of those things. If you don't turn the ball over against Douglass and you can keep them off the boards, that is a big part of being able to beat this group with the Lady Broncos, because that's just tonight. That's been a total domination. I think that's really a direct culmination of this 16-point lead they got at half.
They are up 16, 39-23 the score. Jaylee Knowles, 10 points for Douglass. M.K. Bennett has 4. Reagan Dragonis has 5. And Peyton Oakley, 2 points, 4 for Iana Atkins, and 7 for Miami King. And a nice effort off the bench, as well as Nia Carr off the bench for 7 points for Douglass. And Bryan Station being led by Akaya Wade, and she has 6 points in the game for Bryan Station. 39-23 is the score, and we mentioned Jaylee Knowles. Of course, she is one of the leading players in the region, and while they do look for her, they have a lot of other weapons too, and they pass the ball so well that you're going to see scoring from a lot of other people who take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, it's just amazing, the unselfishness of that's. Again, like I say, Coach Moberly's just got to be really proud of this team, because that's a lot of times you got to have players that are willing, but a lot of times it's doing parts of the coaching job that he's doing in practice to get them, the girls, to be able to do those kinds of things during the game. And it's really impressive to see their unselfishness, the extra pass. And I tell you what, they enter the ball to the post, and it ain't just Jaylee Knowles. They enter the ball to the post about as good as any high school team I ever seen.
DJ Moberly in his 6th season as the head coach at Frederick Douglass, 111-53, and they have won 20 or more games in each of the last 3 seasons, and of course were state semifinalists just last year. We'll take our final halftime break with Douglass leading at 39-23, and we'll be right back. Have the start of the second half for you on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
To safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Just about set for the start of the second half in game one of our doubleheader tonight. The Frederick Douglass girls leading the Bryan Station girls by a score of 39-23. Douglass led it 19-7 at the end of the first quarter. They got off to a quick start tonight. They've been doing it with a lot of good pressure defense, but they've looked very sharp on offense with their passing too, as we've noted. And that's the kind of game that is good, could carry this team a long, long way. As we mentioned, they went deep into the state tournament last year, so they are tournament tested and they are ready to go, it looks like, and have some high goals in mind this year.
Yeah, I know he's got some girls that are a little younger there with the Wade girl on the Broncos as well. But what I say, they're seasoned. I mean, she even played last year as an 8th grader.
Right.
And was very much of a contributor. And so these girls, like I say, they've been here and seen it and experienced it and went a long way with it last year. That really does mean a lot in high school basketball.
Well, Bryan Station will start things off on offense in the second half. That is Ward being guarded by Wade.
Continue to pressure. The
Near steal at near midcourt, and it is a steal.
Tough play.
As Wade got rid of it to Knowles. Gregonis drives the baseline.
Gregonis is very methodical about the way she attacks, but if you leave her that right there now, she can flat knock that down.
Missed that one, but she is definitely a threat from outside. Gives the team an added dimension. Driving is Kaya Wade. Too strong with the attempt. Now a steal, though, by Ward, and a nice bounce pass to Wade, and then a foul.
Again, Station, they're settled in a little bit. Again, they turn over early right there. Just got to make sure that turnovers don't lead to live ball transition. You know, it's I used to joke sometimes and tell teams we'd be better off to just throw it up in the stands and throw it to them. So just need to make sure that that ball's going to one of our players.
Pressure on the inbounds play. Finally tried to bounce it off Gregonis, and Gregonis is able to steal it. Ahead to Bennett by herself, lays it in.
I tell you, what a play. That's just staying with it, not playing yourself out of the play. That's what I love. They guard really hard, but they don't play out of the way.
A contact along the baseline there, and Okerley will be called for the foul.
Probably was a foul, just kind of a small bump. There's probably been a few more tougher bumps and pushes than that in this game, but the way that's set up, it probably was a foul.
Second foul on Frederick Douglass here in the third quarter. Long one by Ward. Too long. Picked out of the air by Knowles. On the move into offensive court. And the bounce pass inside to Bennett. She's surrounded, but gets it to Gregonis. And that one won't stay down. Bryan Station with the rebound. Again, a good look. That one just spun out of there. Ward got it off to Clark. Bounce pass inside, stolen away again. Gregonis on the move for Frederick Douglass. And then her pass is stolen. Now this time the defenders with the advantage as Wade takes it on the fast break, lays it in, and draws the foul.
Nice finish. Bryan Station getting their share of steals to start this second half and saying they're not trying to go away. Miss Wade lays it in. She's going to get the and one.
Second foul on Okerly. So Wade to the line to try to complete a three-point play. $16-point lead for Douglas as Wade steps up there. Came into the game shooting 62% from the line. And it rolls off. She's 4 for 6 tonight. Knowles on the move. Tried to pass across the lane. Intercepted by Haggard. Back quickly was Carr to shut off the break.
You know,
taken away from Ward, deflected, but they still got it up ahead.
Great
to
transition.
Carr, who laid it in. And it's a 16-point lead for Douglas. A timeout for Bryan Station with 5:59 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout as well and be right back on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
(41-27) the score. Frederick Douglass on top of Bryan Station. Douglass has been in front since the start tonight, but Bryan Station has been more competitive here in the third quarter, forcing some mistakes themselves, aren't they, Tim?
Yeah, you know, I think Coach Sanduski, one adjustment she's made is she's really done a good job of getting her girls in the help side. So when they're trying to enter it down there into the post, which they did all first half, there's more than just one person standing there.
There's a steal, though. Carr takes it, lays it in.
Just there's times where Lady Broncos, they're just like a swarm of bees. They're just like swarming all over the place. They're the closest pass and the ball itself. And
Wade made the reverse, but then the shot was short. Knowles has it for Frederick Douglass.
Yep.
And a collision as she got into the lane.
Again, just that thing, just taking it strong. Nobody's in a good guarding position. She goes right in between the two of them, and because she went strong without trying to avoid, she'll toot too as well.
So Knowles to the line, 60% free throw shooter. Foul was on Haggard. Her third.
Tell you what,
Knowles hits the first.
She's got a nice stroke right there from the foul line. The girl with the young lady her size and able to handle the basketball. Just a really good stroke.
Wilkerson and Bond back in the ball game for Bryan Station. Knowles hits the second free throw. Now Knowles will leave the game as King comes back in for Douglas.
And now, you know, just a 5-man press, but whoever takes it out, the person guarding the ball is immediately running the trap as soon as they see the back. So it's Coach Moberly turning the heat up even another 5-10 degrees right here.
Fourth team foul as Wade picks up the foul. Her second, and she leaves the game. We get Dumford in the game for Frederick Douglass. Brinley Dumford wearing number 10. Scramble for the ball. Bryan Station's got it.
Wow.
And now the steal as Atkins was coming back down court. Got her hand in on that pass, and now another steal going the other way. Akia Wade has it. Into the lane, knocked away, but a foul.
I feel like I'm watching a ping pong game.
It's going back and forth.
Back
it sure
and forth,
is.
and they're bouncing it here and there, and it's just about like watching ping pong.
And the 5th team foul on Douglas. Foul was on Okerly. That's her 3rd.
Again, Douglas trying to kind of turn that heat up a little more. It's kind of a running jumps what they're doing now with the man. But I tell you what, Bryan Station is giving them their fair share of pressure as well and doing a great job in the help in the passing lanes.
Turns out that was the 4th team foul on Douglas, so no shots here. Deasia Bond has it now, stolen away, and then a collision as they start back up court.
That foul right there saved 2 points.
Douglas will still have it after the foul. Yeah, shut off the fast break there.
Yeah.
Now the ball
Another steal by
gets away
Station.
from Atkins, and a whistle near midcourt.
Wow. Good gracious. Steals and deflections would be off the charts to keep today. I'd really love to see that end stat. Maybe we can slip down there and get us a stat sheet if they got one. And I'd love to see how many steals each team will have at the end of this thing. But again, if coaches chart deflections, I know Coach Moberly, and speaking with him last year, that's one thing he keeps track of for his girls last year was how many deflections they get individually. And I think that's a direct sign of the pressure they're putting out here right now.
Second one finds its way into the hoop for Akaya Wade. Bryan Station turning up the defensive pressure as Frederick Douglass comes into front court. Nice bounce pass to Okerly, but then she goes to the left side.
Is that a good inside out
off the left side is not there for Carr. 4:23 to go, third quarter. 21-point margin on the board for the Frederick Douglass girls. Boys game to follow tonight. We'll have that for you as well on Glycod. Wade driving. A couple of hands bothering her, and then the pass was picked off. Nice bounce pass over to Carr for the layup. Dumford with the assist.
Great pass. Made that pass right down by her foot. That's hard to intercept for a defender.
Bryan Station had a player open. Gar underneath with a pass too high, and it goes out of bounds. And with 4 minutes even to go in the third, 49-26, substitutions for Douglas. Vergana's back in there.
Pass too high from Station right there because there was a defender in the way.
Yes.
Had to throw over the defender.
Had to get it over the defender, and that got it over everybody.
Oh, man.
Driving is Bennett, who's very quick with the ball.
Just really don't force a lot of shots. That's just they're efficient and they pressure. They're going to be dangerous this year. Towards the end of this season as a big state contender for sure.
Shot off the left wing, no good for Wade, but rebounded by Knowles, who puts it in.
Good left hand.
14 points unofficially for Knowles. And a steal in backcourt by Bennett. Gets it down underneath to Okerly, and then off to Wade for the easy one.
Just extra pass, easy basket.
Now
really got it turned up.
Stretching it out again, 53-26. Here is Wade stopping with the three-point try, and Akaya Wade drains it. Got a timeout for Bryan Station with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Douglas leads at 53-29. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, it's been all Douglass tonight, or just about, 53-29, but Akia Wade has made a big effort for the Bryan Station defenders tonight and drained a 3 on a recent trip down the court, and she unofficially has 12 points tonight.
Been very solid, got to the line, definitely a leader on that lady defender team. Good tough shot right there too, to just kind of broke past the defense and nobody in front, and she just stopped and popped from behind the arc.
Oh, clock running, under 3 minutes to go, third quarter, as we start following the timeout. Knowles fires a pass across court.
Just love it how the Lady Broncos, they can play so fast but yet be so content to just wait and get the shot they want.
Gerganis down the lane, missed it, but the shot is followed up and in by Wade.
Second chance points. Look at that help side coming from the other side of the floor. Gerganis did to make sure and pick that up. Great defense, my goodness.
The shot by Owase is blocked, and
by Gerganis.
Douglas has it going the other way. Now Knowles into some heavy traffic, lost it that time, and the defenders have it. Wade again, gives to Ward. Now a drive from the right side. Not there for Wilkerson. And the pass underneath, that is Knowles.
She did a good job of getting to the point where she could make that pass. And I think she saw that ahead of time, playing in the future a little bit. That's, man, that makes you even more dangerous as a player and as a team.
There's Wilkerson trying to go to the baseline to Owase, but that one goes on out of bounds, and it'll be back over to Frederick Douglass. Substitutions for Bryan Station. Wilkerson and Deasia Bond leaving the game. We have Wade and Ward in there now. Clark. Owase and Haggard in there for Bryan Station.
Station trying to pressure a little bit, make some things happen. They need to. They need a couple steals that lead to a basket.
I'd say Kennedy Feltner happy in there for Bryan Station now, rather than Owase. Long three is good by Wade. Long one by Ward off the right side. High rebound pulled down by King.
King pulled that down, but there was two other Lady Broncos right beside her reaching at the same ball. I'm telling you, these girls are just tenacious on the glass.
Gerganis a three, right, high arching three there as we count down the final seconds in the third quarter. That makes it 63-29. Drive for the basket and a foul.
The Station is a point away right now from reaching that running clock situation.
We'll see free throws by Akia Wade. This will be her 8th and 9th free throws of the night. Sinks that first one. Five for 8 on the night. We'll make it 6 for 8 on the night for Wade. And second one off the mark. And now a scramble for the ball as the time runs out in the third quarter. With the score, Frederick Douglass 63 and Bryan Station 30. Back for fourth quarter action in just a moment on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Fourth quarter at Frederick Douglass High School. Glad you joined us on Glycod tonight. Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn, Scott Moore, our producer, Leslie Moore, our camera operator. We'll be here for the second game tonight, too, as the boys match it up. Frederick Douglass and Bryan Station in a big district rivalry. So stay with us for plenty of basketball still to come on Glycod. And a decisive game so far for Frederick Douglass as they have built and maintained a big lead as we start the fourth quarter.
Great pass on the inside by Atkins right there. They get to the spots where they can feed their teammates. It's amazing to me how these girls are working with one another.
Here's steal. Now it is a steal as it's picked up by Wade, and a nice pass underneath, and Carr lays it in.
Pass.
Carr with 15 in the game tonight. Driving is Akia Wade. Off to Ward, tries to take it in from the right side. Shots blocked. Douglas comes out with it. Driving is King and puts up the right-hand shot and in.
Great job under control. Got her feet right. And just laid that crib shot in.
67-30. They get a foul.
Looks like it has. They've hit the running clock.
Got a 37-point lead. Foul was on Atkins, her second. Down to 6:40 now.
Man, just tight enough that it's even hard to cross over. You know, that's what I say. It's just I can't tell you how many times over the course of the years that I'd write contest every dribble, contest every pass, contest every shot. That's your goal on defense.
Yeah, and that effect accumulates after a while too, doesn't it? You get into the fourth quarter. And
yep.
They're feeling that. Here's a long one out of the corner.
Man,
nice shot.
She may have got fouled on that one too. I don't think they've seen the tap there on the arm. Wow.
And the driving layup by Bennett.
I think Bennett was going to finish on the right side. Started up with her right hand. There was a defender there, and she just kind of twirled in the air and put a little English on it. Laid it in there on the left side with the right hand.
And a foul as Wade got a little too close that time. Foul on Tamia Wade. Third foul on Wade, second foul on Frederick Douglass in this fourth quarter. Clock running at 5:30. Bounce pass comes into Ward. Wade was right there. He tried to go inside, pass deflected and picked up by King. Drives for the basket at the other end and gets the layup.
What a strong finish. Strong defensive play to lead to it. Did it all on her own. And just finished length of the floor right there.
That's 11 for King. It's 71-33.
She's had a really nice game for the Lady Broncos. Nice play.
Wade on the drive.
Nice
Is fouled
play
as she goes in. King picks up the foul.
Kings did a whole lot. She's passed the ball and rebounded the ball, scored when she needed to, and a ton of deflections.
Wade back at the line. Gets both this time, and 71-34. MK Bennett takes a step to the left and then can't get the layup to fall. Bryan Station comes out with it. Ahead to Wade. Lost it as she was met on the defense by Carr. Long pass ahead to King, too long and out of bounds.
Threw that one down to LaVelle on the baseline there.
We go into the 4-minute mark now as we see Ja'Kai Wilkerson back in the ball game for Bryan Station, and also Deasia Bond. Carr applies the defense near midcourt.
Yeah, I think one of the most impressive things about this Douglas defense is, again, you see so many teams that they pressure so hard that they literally pressure themselves out of the way. And Douglas does not do that. They stay with it. Great attack on the rim right there. Then I think it was Atkins comes down with the rebound. Coach Moberly got a lot of tough kids. There ain't no doubt.
Third foul against Haggard. Now a substitution for Douglas. Brindley Dumford back in the ball game. Douglas works it out front.
Trying to work that ball in the middle or an inside-out three. That's what they're looking for. There it is.
Nice bounce pass into King.
Great
Got a little bit too far under there, but a nice entry pass to her. And the pass head to Clark, but picked off. There is Brown with it. Nice behind the back dribble. Keeps it alive. Gives to King, who scores.
Stayed with it. Little behind the back in transition. A little bit of putting a little bit of colorful flavor to it right there as she brought that basket to fruition.
Adriana Brown, 5'6" junior.
Another deflection.
Now a deflection and steal. And tried to pass across the lane, but it was knocked down. Knocked down by Bond. Defenders have it with Wilkerson handling the ball out front. Just a minute 35 to go. We've had the running clock for the last few minutes. Shot going by is good. And that one is by Wilkerson.
Tough shot for Wilkerson right there. Really tough shot. Contested and made it.
On the drive is Atkins, but she's fouled.
Atkins played really good minutes for the Lady Broncos tonight. I thought she did a whole lot. Man, I'm telling you how many steals, deflections. She does a great job of getting those 2 feet in the paint and dropping off assists to her teammates. She's got a ton of assists. Heck, she's liable to have a double-double. I'm not sure how many points Atkins has, but she may be close to that.
Under a minute to go. 73-37 the score, and then another steal. That's Atkins picking it up.
She may have double-digit steals.
So we're with 4 points in the game.
Coach Moberly put her in putting them in a four-corner situation. We'll let them dribble it out.
25 seconds. Douglas will wrap it up. They're ahead 73-37. Bryan Station still applying a little bit of defense. Down to the 10-second mark now as Atkins dribbles the ball over near the scorer's table. And there's the horn, and we have come to the end of our first game of our doubleheader. Easy win tonight for Frederick Douglass over Bryan Station. The final score, Frederick Douglass 73 and Bryan Station 37. And we'll take a break and begin our wrap-up in just a moment on Glycod.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn. A crowd filing in. We're going to have a big crowd for the boys' game tonight. Had a very nice crowd for the girls' game as well. Won by Frederick Douglass, 73-37 in our first one tonight. And Tim, really it was the Frederick Douglass defense that seemed to trigger things and get them going early. They established a big lead, and though Bryan Station was more competitive, they were never able to really mount any kind of a run.
No, I mean, and they did it right off the tip, right at the very beginning of the game. And it never went away. And they did it full court, but they did it in the half court. That's what's so impressive, how they guard you even in the half court, but they do it with pressure. They do it as a team. They're in the help side. So many times kids came from other sides of the floor to knock the ball away.
Yeah, Douglass just seems to be very sound in every phase of the game, don't they? Their passing is good. They make the cuts they need to make. They seem to anticipate well. Part of that is that experience we talked about. These girls have played together quite a bit, and they just seem to show strong elements in every phase of the game tonight in stretching this big lead out.
Yeah, unselfish, just really play as a team. But they also can individually break you down and score on you. Just relentless, I thought, on the boards. I don't know the final total, but the amount of offensive rebounding that those girls did, my goodness gracious, the Lady Broncos just put on a rebounding clinic, I thought, tonight.
Well, some unofficial scoring. Jaylene Knowles, 16 points, and 15 for Nia Carr, and 13 for Miami King. And, of course, Carr and King Neither one started the game, but they both had a big impact on the game, and they were often on the receiving end of good passes, especially following deflections and steals. So they got in and did what they were supposed to do and were big contributors tonight. So a balanced effort for Frederick Douglass, again triggered by that defense, but the sharpness of the passing on offense was also very impressive. And for Bryan Station tonight, Akaya Wade had a very nice game for them, and an outstanding player, averaging 16 points a game. And unofficially tonight, she had 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, most of them from the line, unofficially 15. But she's going to carry them to some wins this year and already has. They're 10-5 now on the season. So Bryan Station off to a pretty good start, even though they took a pretty decisive beating tonight. It's one thing to say, well, we can't turn the ball over against this team, but it's pretty tough to go out there and do it because they've got an awfully good press that they use and really produces a lot of turnovers.
They do, and the first part of the game, they did it with kind of a zone pressure, if you will, with kind of switching around 2-2-1, 2-1-2, another time even a 1-2-2. Second half was just all run and jump, man to man. So I mean, that's what I say. They show you some facets that it takes a little extra preparation as you're coming in to play the Frederick Douglass Lady Broncos.
We'll take a break here and come back and have our most outstanding players from this first game for you in just a moment as the players from the boys teams warm up for this second game of our doubleheader tonight. We'll be right back on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
We are between games of our doubleheader. The girls' game won by Frederick Douglass 73-37 over Bryan Station. And we invite you to join Glycod in our quest to expand the visibility of today's student athletes through our free-to-watch platform. And please subscribe and tell a friend, as Glycod is changing the way you watch high school athletics. Let's go down to our players of the game. The most outstanding players are built by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your next chapter. And Tim, we thought Kaya Wade had a very good ball game for Bryan Station tonight.
Yeah, it's just a leader in the way she does things for her team. And, there's a couple times where they just needed a basket. And she was the one, she just went and got it and did it on her own. But she also just plays hard and a good demeanor on the floor.
And she unofficially had 15 points tonight, leading the defenders in the game. Won by Frederick Douglass 73-37. And really a lot of big games on the Frederick Douglass side tonight. We mentioned the different ways that different players contributed, so it's not all scoring. But Jaylene Knowles is the featured player there, and she had 16 tonight.
Yeah, 16, and no telling how many rebounds, and just impressive in the way that she can rebound a basketball and then take off down the floor and go from being the 5 spot to the 1 spot, and actually delivered assists, and just an all-around really good player and a good leader for her team. And on a night when there could have been so many that would have been player of the game, but I think Miss Knowles, she shows that leadership, and she would accept that tonight.
Well, tonight's most outstanding players built by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your next chapter. And we will take a break here and come back with more in just a moment on Glycod.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Sports have influenced my life in a tremendous way. I'm able to see all these new opportunities and meet all these great new people. My interests outside of basketball are trying to relax and hang out with my friends and explore Louisville itself.
I know I'm more successful because of the positive choices I've made and actions I've taken.
My name is Kanai Roots, and I'm better without it.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Getting ready for the boys' game tonight. The Frederick Douglass Broncos against the Bryan Station Defenders. It should be a good one. This big crowd is anticipating a good one tonight, and we will fully expect that. Let's take a look at the game plan for this second game. Built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home. Tim, what do we got for Bryan Station in this boys' game?
Bryan Station, they need to try to own that offensive glass. I think they're going to have maybe some easy buckets that'll really help them to get those second chance points. And if they can really, they've always been good with, Champ's always been good at kind of instilling that in his team. So that'll be a big key for them. They need to be aggressive defensively. which I don't know if that's really a key. That's just always going to be in Coach Ligon's game plan and the way he plays you. Coach also will maneuver around some, throw you some different looks and things, but even then they'll be aggressive defensively, I think, and that'll help them. And they've got to execute on the offensive end. The Broncos will be prepared defensively, and there's going to be times where Bryan Station is going to have to execute and not just be out on the run.
Yeah, Coach Ligon mentioned that, of course, his team sees a lot of zone because teams have such a hard time defending Amari Owens. They try it with zone very often, but he mentioned Douglas might be able to challenge them on that, so they might get a little different look to try to execute their offense tonight.
Sure. I think there might be some mix, but again, these guys are pretty steady in what they do, both Coach Garvin and Champ. And like I said, they're going to get after one another, and it's just going to be just like that ping pong match we was watching right there. They're going to go back and forth.
What about the Douglas game plan here in the second game?
Douglas going to have to limit turnovers. That Station is one of those teams that if you turn the basketball over against Bryan Station, that bodes well from them offensively because they do a lot of things to try to promote scoring off their defense. So they're going to limit turnovers. I think, again, Douglas needs to win that rebound battle, not even on the defensive end and making Bryan Station be one and done, but also on their end, they need to rebound some and get them some easy ones as well. And then, lastly, I think Douglas, they're going to have to defend Amari Owens. I mean, he's just a presence. He's got a knack for scoring that's almost uncanny. I think over the course of his career, it's just been neat to watch him and progress and the different levels of things that he's brought to his game. So, they're going to have to defend him. He's a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah, Amari Owens headed for Eastern Kentucky University to play his college basketball and moving up the ranks in Bryan Station history as one of the leading scorers. And he has had a great senior season for Coach Ligon and the defenders, and we'll look for big things from him tonight. That's the game plan built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home. We'll take a break and back with more in just a moment on Glycon.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Communication is really important on a team because you have to know what everybody's doing, even when it's not your job. You just really want to work as one unit, and whenever you can do that, the team is at its best. I think staying active helps me to be my best self by keeping me disciplined. Being able to look back whenever I go to bed at night, checking all the things off that I've done that day, it creates the best me. My name is Trent Noah, and I'm better without it.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Just about set for basketball as the boys teams get set to square off here. The Frederick Douglass Broncos and the Bryan Station Defenders looking for a good ball game here in the second one. Douglass won the first one in something of a blowout. The girls game went to Douglass 73-37. Frederick Douglass boys come in at 8-4, but they've had some close losses this year and playing some excellent competition. Bryan Station 11-4. They've won their last 6 and 8 of their last 9, so they've got the momentum going, and so we will look for a good matchup between these district and city rivals here tonight. So we'll take one final break and be back with the start of the ball game in just a moment on Glycod.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntime Pools today.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza. Take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School. And now, courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Welcome back. We're about to get the introduction of the starting lineups before this one, and there are not many empty seats left here at Frederick Douglass High School tonight as Douglass and Bryan Station get set to square off. They're introducing the Bryan Station defenders now. Torrance Sanford will be a starter, 5'7" sophomore. Kamani Barber, 5'10" senior. Amari Owens, the big scorer for the defenders at 26 a game, wearing number 5. He's a 6'1" senior. Tayshawn Adams, 6'6" senior, number 35, 18 points, 5 rebounds a game. And Kaleko Roberts, Kelvin they call him, junior, will be in there, also number 44 in green for the Bryan Station defenders. Tonight for Coach Champ Ligon. Now they encourage the crowd to make some noise as they introduce the Frederick Douglass Broncos tonight. Frederick Douglass coming in with a record of 8-4, coached by Murray Garvin. Second season at Douglass, 33-9 is the current record. Tate Robinson introduced to the crowd. He'll wear number 13, a 6'3" senior. Dakari Talbert, an outstanding football player for Douglass, 5'10" junior, averaging 6 points a game. He'll wear number 4. Nate Cohen, a 6'6" senior, 8 points and 5 rebounds a game. And Daniel Impiana, 6' senior, 2 points, 3 rebounds a game. And Marcus Surratt, one of the outstanding players in the region, if not the state. Verbal commitment to Bellarmine. He's had a 30-point game this year, averaging 21 a game. Starting lineups brought to you by Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
Again, Frederick Douglass just does a great job of promoting the pageantry of high school basketball. Got the band in here tonight, and Jared Peck up here with us from the Herald Leader. And I said, it does when you got the band in here and all that kind of stuff. It feels like a ball game. Smell the popcorn, and we'll have a dandy tonight.
And we are underway. Glad you joined us on Glycon tonight. That's Amari Owens with the basketball out front. Over to Sanford. Now Adams out front, 6'6".
Adams looks like he may look a little longer than last year. I don't know. It's
Sanford, a good outside shooter. There's Barber.
Good pass over top of the defense.
Owens with a drive, but back out to Adams from the corner. The big man sinks it. That's a three.
Douglas kind of showing zone early, packing in, kind of to probably stay in front of Amari, I would say, to just to give a look to start the game. I don't know that Murray will stay with that.
There's a shot out of the corner. Three-point try, not good by Robinson. Rebound Bryan Station. Owens in a hurry, takes it down the lane. There's his first basket.
He gets it going downhill like that.
Long pass ahead to Cohen. And Douglas is on the board.
Mr. Roberts for Station's got to realize running that floor once you cross half court, you need to see that ball coming up behind you.
5-2 Bryan Station in the early going. That's Barber on the right side facing that zone.
Again, running that zone to kind of probably try to discourage the driving, not only of Amari, but even his teammates. Adams made them pay on that corner three before.
Yeah, Coach Liggins has said they have to find the gaps in a zone. They can't get caught just passing the ball on the perimeter. There is Sanford finding a gap, and he's got a basket.
Yep. Still about driving, even though as you're going against the zone, you're still about driving into that gap and finding a spot that can give your team an advantage.
Talbot ran into some trouble. Got it away to Surratt. There's the jumper.
Tough.
Good.
Real tough. Lost art. Tough jump shot right there. And a little step back, create the space.
7-4 Bryan Station. They tried to slip it into Adams. Cohen knocked it down. Now a long pass ahead out of bounds.
That was the right pass. That one there needed to be bounce pass and not straight line. It's a lot of times, anytime you're entering to the paint, that bounce pass is going to be beneficial. But if you're playing either one of these two teams, you don't want to throw a bounce pass on the perimeter. That's probably going to be too slow.
7-4. Bryan Station on top is
extending it a little bit. Douglas is. Coach Garvin giving a little instruction with a hand. Come on up, guys. Come on up. And I guess applying a little more pressure to the top.
Sanford gives it to Adams, who came outside. Now Sanford started the drive. His pass deflected out of bounds. It'll go back to Bryan Station.
Good job, Station, being patient right there, not settling for a three. Sanford could have pulled that, but that'd been a deep three. No sense to settle. Get the shot you want.
Amari Owens off to Sanford. Now they get it on the baseline to Roberts, and his pass is picked off. Here's Cohen going the other way to Talbot, and back to Surratt, who lays it in.
Wow. Great finish. Good body control by Surratt right there to even catch the ball, but then to adjust his body, swing around, and hit that little crib shot off a break.
The lead down to 1 for Bryan Station. Surratt out on the front part of that zone at 6'3".
There comes a good middle flash by Adams.
Adams had a good look on the jump shot, couldn't get it to fall. Impiana off with it for the Broncos. Robinson covered up, and
deep
now
three.
There's a long one by Talbot, too
deep
long.
Three.
Off the backboard, Owens has it, spins into the lane and puts it in.
Just a knack for scoring. I mean, you can't coach and learn kids to do that. That's just, you got to have that or not have it.
Cohen tried to make a quick pass over in the corner to Robinson, hoping for an open look at a three, but instead the pass goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Bryan Station. Defenders have it with a 9-6 lead. Thurman Wade into the ball game for Frederick Douglass, a 6'2 junior. Had 15 in the game against Great Crossing back on December 2nd. Wade did. Owens walks it up for Bryan Station. Halfway through the first quarter.
Looked like they just transitioned over. He just called a man. He's going to stay with a man. Man defense on this possession is Coach Garvin.
There's Barber in the corner. Now back out to Owens.
In the man, but they're still in a big-time help situation.
Owens pulls up for the jumper this time, and that one's good.
Tough.
11-6.
Amari used to be kind of a catch-and-shoot three guy and a drive-and-finish guy. You add that little jumper off the dribble, man, you're scoring every facet now. So
very hard to handle. Nice move by Cohen, but it spun out of there. Here goes Owens again. Again, the spin, this time quickly over in the corner.
Inside
and Sanford
out.
fires too long, but Adams is there for the rebound. And then Owens follows and drops it in, and he's fouled.
Inside out three to Sanford in the corner. That's a good look. You can tell he's made a few of those. And Owens set him up nice, stayed with it till the end right there, and wound up being the beneficiary of a nice and-one situation for the defenders.
So Wade with the foul. First on Wade, first on the team. Owens to the line. And it stays in for him. Toby Robinson in the game, wearing the 24 in white for Frederick Douglass. Surratt to Tate Robinson, now to Toby, and we get a foul away from the ball. And foul will go against Elijah Bojang into the game for Bryan Station.
Didn't see that one. Must have been a little knocking around.
And several football veterans on the floor right now. There's Surratt, a nice jumper.
Good look from Surratt. He got 7 of the 9, I think he does. Douglas doing a great job in the help, man. They got, when the ball gets to a side, they'll have almost all 5 guys to that volleyball line.
Station works it around. That's Ethan Owens on the side there, number 20. In the middle, Owens with the jumper, Amari Owens.
Again, that's a good spot for him to catch that ball in the middle and be able to create and shoot that little jumper. Good job of utilizing that.
11 points in this first quarter. Driving his way, but bottled up in there by Adams. And now here comes Owens the other way. Makes a move, goes into the lane. Shot's no good. The rebound fought for.
Yeah.
Put up by Ethan Owens, not there.
That's probably a good call. That's one of those, Owens did a great job because Amari made such a strong drive to the basket and he's already scored so many points. Douglas has such a concentration on that is when the ball goes up, that makes an easy rebound for number 20, Mr. Owens there on Bryan Station, that he's able to get to the line.
Yeah, Ethan Owens hits the free throw. He's now 3 for 3 on the season. Second one rolls off. And the rebound to Toby Robinson of Frederick Douglass. Surratt will bring it up.
Man, what a great job getting through that screen. Number 2 for Bryan Station.
That time Surratt contained as he tried to go down the lane. The pass deflected, then another deflection. Battle for the ball. Douglas has it. Surratt's open.
Surratt's so explosive. He's got 9 of the 11 for the Broncos. Keeping them in it right now.
17-11.
Good give and go.
Frederick Douglass crowd comes alive. Here is Ethan Owens off the side. Not there. Rebound to Thurman Wade, and he is fouled.
Good rebound by Wade on the offside right there. They need that.
Braden Payne picks up his first.
One of the keys we spoke of, the rebounding battle offensively for Station to get some easy ones, which they did the last one to get to the line. But right there by Douglas to control that defensive board. They're going to have to keep doing that.
Second team foul now. A shot off the left side. Not there for Robinson. And
great box out.
Rebound to Amari Owens. Clears it to Adams. Down in the corner it goes. And finally inside. Ethan Owens has it blocked.
Yep,
Douglas heads the other way, and a foul as they started the break. Bojang, his second foul, third one on the team for Bryan Station. 27.2 is all that's left in this first quarter. Bojang leaves the game. Now they have Sanford back in there, and Braden Payne is in there along with Adams. And Ethan Owens and Amari Owens.
Bryan Station trying not to switch on those, trying to get through and not.
There is Surratt, a beautiful touch from outside.
Another three.
Final seconds of the first quarter, and then Surratt blocks the final attempt at the end of the quarter. The score at the end of one is Bryan Station 17 and Frederick Douglass 13. And we'll be right back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
Road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn, Scott Moore, our producer, and Leslie Moore, our video camera operator tonight. It's 17-13, Bryan Station in front after one quarter of play. DeMarcus Surratt, Amari Owens, they've both been outstanding, and no surprise there.
Live right up to the building. They could have put it on a billboard out there in the front, and it just went right along with it because Surratt just been dominant offensively. But again, you know, some of those shots that Surratt has got is due in part to how his teammates set him up. They were patient with what they got, and both teams have had flurries. We'll see how it goes from here.
Tried to go to the baseline to Surratt, but broken up by Barber, and now driving the other way, and shot missed, and the follow shot also didn't go as Owens and Adams came up empty that time. Score remains 17-13 Bryan Station. Surratt pulls
Great
up,
look.
hits Robinson off the right side,
Great
missed
look.
the shot, rebound,
Wow.
put up and in by Thurman Wade.
Wow. That's going and getting it right there, big fella. Get it in the air, rebound it high, and finish it high.
17-15. Into Adams.
Douglas back to that zone now, but still playing a ton of help, following the ball. Just a straight 2-3, no drop in it. Good
Sanford
pass.
Inside to Adams, back to Sanford for a three.
Inside out threes.
Rebound to Toby Robinson, needs some help and gets it over to Wade. And then a foul on Ethan Owens trying to reach in there in backcourt.
Yep, he did.
There's Cohen back up off the Frederick Douglass bench, and he'll replace Toby Robinson. Robinson, a sophomore. And Roberts is back in there for Bryan Station. 2-point lead for the defenders. Wade fakes and drives against Adams. Hands it off there for Cohen. He's in trouble on the baseline, has to float it back outside. Wade fires from there. And the rebound. Cohen battles for it and gets it off to Wade. Momentum down the lane, lays it in.
Tough. 2 big plays for Wade right there for the Broncos.
Driving is Owens. Amari Owens missed the shot this time, out of bounds.
Yep, probably
to
stay
Bryan
here.
Station.
Yep.
All even at 17. 6:12 to go, second quarter. Expected a good one, and it has been really competitive so far. And dead even right now.
Dead even. It's going to go back and forth, I'm sure. There'll be both these teams operate kind of with in flurries.
Good aggressive
hustle.
defense by Jimmy Dick, and ball goes out of bounds. Bryan Station will retain possession.
Good hustle. Like to see a man get on the floor, especially early like this. Got to get that, utilize that middle flasher again. Here he comes.
Inside to Owens along the baseline. Had to clear it back out to Sanford. Barber finds a gap.
Good patience by Station. Get the shot you want. You don't have to settle for one.
Driving is Sanford. Nice pass along the baseline, but Roberts' shot is blocked. Douglas going the other way on the fast break. Out of control, but they retain possession. Here is Robinson with the three-point try. Short. Cohen scrambles for the rebound. Robinson again. And tapped out of bounds. And it'll go to Frederick Douglass.
I was going to say.
Yeah, they're going to have confer, and it's going to go over to Bryan Station.
I was going to say, Raymond might have seen it that way, but I think Mr. Wade knocked that one out.
All right, we come to a timeout now. 5:10 to go, second quarter. All even at 17. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Back to play, 5:10 to go, second quarter. Bryan Station has the ball following the reversal of the call. Torrance floats it ahead to Adams. He drives right down the middle. Missed the shot, though. Battle for the rebound. Two players hit the floor, Surratt and Roberts. And the held ball will keep it in the hands of the defenders.
It's good hustle.
Yeah, nice. It's nice to have a player like Adams as an outlet when you're getting some pressure, isn't it?
Yeah,
to
man.
have a 6'6" player to float it to.
Adams don't need to adjust that ball around. He just needs to take it strong and straight at the rim. Just shoot it, get it to his offhand.
Bounce pass into Adams, and
Great
along the
job.
baseline, fake by Roberts, and he draws the foul. He got Cohen in the air. They wanted a walking call, but
Might
it'll
give
be a
him
foul
two.
on Cohen.
Yeah, put him on the floor on that, only if he got the shot off before he fouled him.
First on Cohen, first on the team in the second quarter. And Roberts sinks the free throw.
Roberts got some good length to him as well, doesn't he? He's a young man that's come along through the ranks. I remember him. I guess he was a freshman when I first seen him.
Got over the line too quickly that time. That one that he made was his first make on the year after 5 misses, and then missed the second shot.
curious to see when Champ's always notorious in that second half. He wants to come up and pressure you pretty in that full court a little bit. Great backdoor pass.
And the drive and dunk by Surratt.
Dug it home, big fella. It's an outstanding cut. Great pass, led him into it, and a good finish by Surratt.
And Adams got bottled up underneath there. Head to Cohen. It slipped out of his hand as he went up. It'll be Frederick Douglass's ball. Nate Cohen, the 6'6 senior, was ready to go up and put that one down.